Death be not proud.
All right, you ignorant pigs, put down your crack pipes and your beer bongs. It's time for another practice battle report. Now, this is why you practice, because then you become aware of things later on. Now, I realized by the time I was done editing this that I had a Black Orc Big Boss, and I didn't pay the Black Orc tax. My opponent might have thought that was quite oppressive. You, of all people, might think that that's oppressive. I'm acutely aware that I forgot to pay the tax for the Black Orc Big Boss. I, for one, am sick of English writers and their taxes. Their taxes are totally grounds for war.
Commence firing!
Take it, you damned evil misty jocks.
So, from left to right here, we got a unit of Orc Savages on boars, another unit of Savage Orc Biggins on boars, big unit of Biggins in this holding down the center there. They'll have a BSB with them, who's right there. They've got the works. They got the big red renegade flag, a war banner, hope and thrusting spears. Hopefully they can do some damage. I thought about poison. I just kind of like the weapon skill 4 a little bit more. We'll see. And then we got a unit of cave squigs, a night goblin shaman, unit of 6 common trolls with great weapons, and a black orc with a wyvern. And that's my 2,000 point list. Let's go over to ogres. We got the classic gut star here, right? Okay. And then you have a normal unit of ogres.
Yep.
How much is the gut star unit?
420 points.
420 points. Do they get supporting attacks from the rear?
No.
Oh, I thought they would. Thought they'd hook the ogres up with something. A butcher, correct?
Yep.
Then a giant.
Mm-hmm.
2 units of cavalry. That's going to be hard to beat there. And then, what's this old boy modeled up to be today? Is he a hunter or a tyrant?
He's a tyrant.
On a stonehorn?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how many points does that come up to?
2,000 exactly.
2,000 exactly. Okay. Only 2 characters?
Only 2 characters.
No, what do you call those? Gutless ones? They, can't think of their names right now.
Gorgers?
Gorgers, yeah.
No gorgers.
All right. Let's get to it. All right, so this is what it looks like for setup. Got a little bit cramped. Brought a lot of stuff. Over here we got the ogres as so. I don't like this unit all the way out over there on the flank. Got to keep my war boss next to the trolls. They're going to be kind of quintessential, I think. And then I rolled a 6, and I don't know, and I think I want to go first because my entire army is frenzied. And that's kind of a thing. So for turn 1s here, we just moved out as so. Want to get close, but not too close. I decided to move the trolls over there towards them. See if they come down. Got no magic off in the command phase. We're moving into shooting, so I'm going to try a Vindictive Glare on Homeboy right. We'll just do it on Homeboy right there in front of us with his big, huge mount. But I will double check range. It's a 21-inch range. I know I'm within range, so here we go. And bam! What do we got? That's a nothing. And then we'll go for Fifths of Gork. I might have to change dice here. Foot of Gork next. 8, that will go with a +4. I mean, 6 + 4, 10, sir.
Try to dispel. Yep, dispelled.
Dispelled. Okay. So no magic for me. This guy has defensive magical capabilities, and then, oh, I have Itchy Nuisance, but that would be in the command phase, huh? So not in range for that. So there we go. How many fireballs? 10 fireballs on an irresistible force. Yo, you useless schmuck. You're supposed to be able to stop that. And we ain't got no armor. Ah. I have to get out some now. It's gonna really hurt.
See, you're toughness 5 though, aren't you?
No, I wish. We're toughness 4.
Alright.
Let me double check. Savages could be beefy. No, I'm seeing 4 boys. I wish they were 5. That would be so cool if 4 boys were. Okay, roll big. Oh, I see some 3s, but it's 5 for 5, isn't it?
5.
Okay, 5 up armor. Because we got shields and hide. And then can you hand me those two? That one right there. And then 6 up ward for blue paint, which I'm never going to paint on them. Hey, losing 2. Not bad. Not bad. Any other... Does he have a harpoon gun I got to know about?
Nah.
Anybody got a harpoon gun or a brace of pistols?
Nah.
No? Okay, so that's Ogre's... what do you call it? 1. We'll go over to Orcs and Goblins. So, after movement looks like this. We did a free reform and darted over there at him to kind of just... So if he charges, it's going to be hard to get those guys out of the way, to say the least. He's got to wheel through them to do it. Well, and then there's... the trolls made their way over there. They weren't stupid. I've got to keep them within 12 of my general. And then that's it. We moved up a little bit there. We've got our charges. We got magic in the shooting phase. All right, we don't know how good Piggy Boys are going to do on themselves, on their own here, but let's see what we get. That's a blob of failure. Yeah. Okay. And then strength 5.
Toughness 4.
Toughness 4. So needing 3s. AP 2. And no natural 1, so you got 5 wounds on you, sir, at -2.
AP2 for what?
Cavalry Spear and Choppas. Choppas are an additional -1 to the armor.
Choppa
Yeah.
apply to cavalry spears?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
As long as you don't have a magic weapon. So they have basically lances.
So 6s? Nothing. So it's 1 dead Marten Fang and 1 with 1 wound.
And then I believe the Tuskers are weapon skill 3 themselves, and they have, what do you call it? AP -1 for Tusker charge. To hit with nothing. We needed 4s. I believe they're only strength 4. So that is 5 wounds to you, and you deal back death to me.
Alright, let's see.
Let's see what Tusker guys do.
Marten Fang cavalry. So the Marten Fangs are going to attack first. They are 3 attacks each.
Could have done a little better on that, but at least we did some
And
damage.
their weapon skill 3. So 4s.
4s? Okay. Ooh, good hit. Only 2 misses.
Yep. Their strength 5.
And they've got armor bane, right? All right, armor piercing 1, armor bane. So let's wound me. You need 3s.
Your toughness 4.
Yep. I wish we were 5. So 3 with 6s on 6s to save. No, that ain't gonna do it. Okay, so 3 are dead. Okay, now we calculate combat points. Oh, you got Mornfang still, huh?
Yeah, I've still got the riders now.
Oh, you still got the riders. Oh, you did
They're
them.
great weapon.
Oh, never mind then. This is going to be way worse for me.
So 4 for the leader and 3 for the other guy.
Okay.
Their weapon skill 3. And their great weapons.
2s.
So 4.
4. Ah, I made 1, so... Okay, it's 5 to 5. So there we go. Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. I did that right. Yeah, is it 5? I saved. Lost 3. Yeah, I took out 3 because I lost 2 originally from the Mournfang, correct?
I believe so.
Yes, okay. So it's 5 to 5. And then banners cancel. Close order.
Yep.
You have a musician.
I don't, because he's
We
dead.
got the tiebreaker then, huh?
Do you have a musician?
Yes, full
Yeah,
command.
Yep, so you win by 1.
I don't think that's going to be good enough to chase you down, but we'll see.
Yeah. So leadership is 7.
7.
But I'm within 18 of him, so.
An 8.
Leadership 9.
Oh no, that's breaking flea.
That is.
All right, so we'll get back to that. There was a clip on the giant, even though I would have caught these bastards. Oh well, I tried. Okay, we got any other fights? Not that I can see. I don't want to do that fight. I'm scared. Ogre bulls are tough. So in Orcs turn 2, it looks something like this. We almost broke them. Then we ran into that meddling giant. It goes to Ogres 2. Very bloody game. I don't know if I like this list, but I think it's kind of hilarious at the same time. Now we see what this does. He did miscast with his Butcher on Hammerhand, got the best result, but it's the one that allows me to dispel it because it was careless. It wasn't careless, but it was 8 to 9. So there's that. Here we go. Let's see what this does. Oh, I don't. Is it? Can you check and see if it's D6 in a random direction or 2D6? I think it's 2D6.
It's on the card.
Oh. 2D6 in a random direction. Oh no.
Oh, no.
It's going through the. It's going over here.
Yeah, so.
I'm gonna get one of you, but it's gonna get me too.
Yep.
All right, so it's D3 plus 1 to everything it touches. D3 plus 3. So 1 for you. 3. So 6, right? Mm-hmm. Needing strength 5, AP 1. So 4, and then for me, I'm doing the same thing. 6 dice again. So 4 for you, and how many for me? 4 for me as well. Mm-hmm. So no armor saves will go to regen, which I make one of them, and I lose an entire troll.
And I'm 5. I take 1 wound.
Take 1 wound. Okay, not fair, but all right. Good enough. And that's how that goes. Your command and strategy phase.
This attack has a strength value plus 4 and an AP of and multiple wounds D6.
Not much movement. We moved into combat. He didn't have any magic and everything, so he did get the charge there, which really sucks. But these boar riders, I think they've kind of bloodied the nose of the enemy pretty hard. Did 3 wounds to the giant. I wish I'd done 1 more with Tusker charge. So you rolled up thump with club. Do I get an initiative attack?
No, I just...
You just nominate a guy and squash him?
Well, so it says I make an attack, so I
Oh,
assume I have
you
to
got to
roll
hit me still.
attack.
Ouch. The
So,
2 of those are
well,
not good. Oh,
nope.
nothing. So you stomp now.
Yep. So, stomps. 5.
For 5. Fuck you. Okay. It's -2, of course, which is all of my armor save. Behemoth. They think this could be the end of my boar boys. I make 2 saves. Wow. We'll keep the champion and the standard bearer. All right. So you're unbreakable, and you go back 2 inches.
Yep. And you follow up, because printing.
Watch the camera there. So there's that. And then over here, you got you get all your impact hits, or you only get the 1 that's in base? Or
The 2 that would be in base.
2 that would be in
I
base?
assume you only get the ones that are in base for impact.
Yeah, put that in the comments below. So what do you got? That was not over 3. I know.
2d3.
3.
So, 3 impact hits.
Okay, what are these
Strength
strengths?
6.
Ouch!
AP 2.
So 2, everything these guys do hurts.
Yeah, so 2 impact hits. That'll be the first thing that triggers.
Okay. AP 2? Mm-hmm. Save 1. Lose a guy. Okay.
And then we go to initiatives, and you're gonna be faster.
Oh, you're a great weapon, aren't you?
Yeah, they're great weapons with all them. The Mornfangs.
All right.
Well, Mornfangs might attack before you. They're initiative 2, so they're initiative 5 right now.
So we're at the same.
Yeah.
Okay. So I moved over 3 inches to get you, and oh, all right, yeah. I don't know. We'll see if we can put some more damage on the Gut Star unit, though. Slightly okay. Too bad I don't get to add Wah to that for rerolls of 1. I think one of these things would need the bosses, but as far as like hurting things, they do good. So
You said doo-doo.
do. They do. All right. So let's see here. So that's 5 minus 2.
Okay. 5 up region.
Some guy
4 wounds, so 1 guy
and another guy.
Because he had 2 left.
Did he have 2 left?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'd be 1 guy, 4 wounds.
And then Tuska's hit once, do nothing, and I think my unit's going to die here, but we'll see. You can swing with great weapons or whatever.
Yep, so it'll be the Mornfangs first.
Okay.
So the 2 that would be base to base. You've caused 4 wounds so far. Keep track of that. Alright, Mornfangs. Up to skill 3. So force. 2 hit.
2 hit.
Strength 6. 1.
1. Minus?
Like AP Bajillion. They're AP 3.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, that's
AP
good.
2, something like that.
Okay, so that's going to kill another guy. We'll just do that. Okay.
Because you're only 5 plus armor normally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
No, I rolled a ward save, assuming.
Yeah.
So. I wish there was a way to give these guys a 5-up ward that would make them pretty boss.
Alright.
For Sav. If you could have one unit that had the 5-up ward because of the lucky head. Come on, make a campaign booklet and give us the lucky head, Games Workshop.
The great weapon attacks from the Mornfang.
Oh, OP!
Shit. Alright, 2s.
2s.
7.
Here's 6. Come on. 7. We made 1. Okay, so that entire unit's squashed. Okay. So you can do they have to make a test to reform?
They will have to take a test to reform and restrain.
And then they get to sit there and do whatever they want. The bulls do.
Yeah, so let's see.
All right.
They will make it.
They will make it.
So as we head into turn 3 here, things that I'm liking about this list is just the Boar Boys alone. I know that's kind of expensive to throw those 2 units up into the fray like that and just hope that you get a charge, but they got a lot of things going for them. They've got the warband special rules, so you can re-roll the charge if you have to. They have to declare the charge anyway, and a Boar Boys unit itself will have 16 attacks from the riders because of Furious Charge. They gave them the tools that they need to be successful, and then they'll also have the Frenzy, which gives them another attack. So just 5 of those guys up front will have 16 attacks. If they're biggins, they'll have an extra armor piercing for being biggins. No, they'll have armor bane for being biggins. The choppas and the spears give them the armor piercing too, but they'll have the armor bane and that extra strength. So they'll be strength 5. You give the other unit the Banner of Butchery. I would wager that if you were to run 3 of these units, that would be 2 units at 245, the biggins unit by itself at 230, just if you were to take 1 more unit of Boar Boys with the Spider Banner just to run it at people like a bunch of frickin' missiles. That's like a nightmare scenario, because what if you just get anywhere from 6 to 7 of these guys into combat, they're going to perform. Whether that's high elves they're hitting, chaos knights that they're hitting, they're going to do some damage. Or if you got the spider banner on one of those units and you decide to send them monster hunting, you could actually do a lot of damage because let's say you get in and you hit with 4 6s. Well, there's 4 poisons on a light armor save most of the time. And then you get to roll up to wound and everything. The only thing that sucks is that you only get 1 unit of biggins. I wish they had a formation for savage orcs, but those things running into the ogres and just bloodying the nose of the ogres real quick. I mean, even though they're dying in droves, isn't really all that bad. It could go south of the border. I mean, you could be led around the table by an army that's faster than you, but there aren't a lot of armies that I've seen in battle reports that do that will lead you around them. The wood elves themselves, they're very combat avoidant, but there's not a lot of them. They're like, we're going to park at this end of the table and we're going to try to let our trees do the heavy lifting kind of army. There's a dark elf avoidance list out there that I faced in the last tournament that would probably have a field day with this army. But then again, the army is very, very fast. I can make a full move towards you. So that's 14 inches up the table, ramming up your socket, and then I could just start charging things. And if I make successful charges, who knows what I could get into there. Then you've got the wyvern flying around, or I can just punch into a dragon or something like that, decline the challenge, throw a bunch of poison attacks into you or something, and just pray for the best. It's kind of they're kind of like suicide missiles to an extent. The other thing that I've got coming down now is that the ogre on the Stonehorn is coming, and he killed all the wolf riders, and he's made his way into my unit. But that happened on his turn. So I think this army is one of those armies that's kind of like a work in progress. I think if you want to have a good laugh at a tournament, you take this army, and I think you're either going to do well or you're going to get your butt kicked. Maybe it's still pretty solid. You do have a lot of threat projection with the Boar Boys, and that's kind of what I'm seeing.
Yeah, that's real bad, him being there like that. But we'll see
it's
what
bad for me.
Why?
Because if you sideswipe me with that, you're going to have rank bonus, banners, you're going to be stacking a lot.
I'm going to be stacking a lot, yeah. That shit is going to be deep. Squad! Yeah, okay, I don't know. There's that, so that ends for 2. Here we go for 3. So with movement and shooting out of the way, it kind of looks like this. Kind of hoping that the trolls can do something. We're not quite close enough for Evil Sunshining to work on them. But turning them on the flank, pretty good. And that's a weird one. But okay. Maybe I should have gone up there and just allowed them to come through and kill my wizard. Oh no, it's going to be iffy. I don't know if we can break this guy. So we'll go up here. Orc boys still doing tremendous things. They're doing tremendous things. Let's see what we got here. We don't have any supports this time though. And then we need 5 6s. Ugh, nothing. Tuskers, nothing. So, what do you get? 4. That one's, I think, is belly flop. Could be belly flop. 4 is good.
4, Mighty Swing. Swings through the enemy ranks. For this attack, the giant is subject to random attack special roll.
It's D6 plus 1, and that's, yeah, so 5 and 4 are the worst ones.
So he's got 4 attacks.
4 attacks.
Needs 4s to hit. 2.
2, that should be enough to squick out the unit.
And 2s. So 2 6-ups.
No, they're dead. Alright. So, glad we did that there. Okay. Shouldn't have fucked around with the giant.
His going forward.
You didn't charge me.
Is it only on charge that
you
wipe out
overrun.
when you
So you can reform.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's not.
You just
would
wiped
fail
them
to
out,
reform,
yeah. So, and then okay, so let's go over here, see what the trolls do. We got great weapons and spit attacks, so hopefully that does something. Oh, I should have cast for Wah, but okay, whatever.
So 3.
3, needing 2s. All right, 1's got to die, I guess. Has strength 7 with -2.
-2, so 6 ups.
6 ups.
One.
So 2 6, 1 wound, whatever. And then we throw up on you. Of course. Nothing.
Nothing.
That was pretty bad. Trolls dropped the ball there.
So, 3 attacks back from the Mornfang. No hits.
No hits, okay.
And then 3 attacks back from 1 hit.
1 hit, okay.
1 at AP Begin.
Taken 1. So, let's see here. 1 to 1 cancels, and then close order cancels.
Yep.
Flank
Banner.
canceled by your banner. No musician, I assume.
Yep.
All right, so that was pretty bad. All right, over here, everything's come. I think this is where it falls apart for the orcs. I guess I'll declare a challenge.
With who? I have to accept, so.
And so
I get my impact hits. So. Say at least to charge.
no.
Nothing.
Okay, so now we stomp each other in the challenge.
I have 0 stomps.
That thing doesn't stomp?
It does not stomp. Stonehorns have no stomp.
All right, I got to check and see what the Wyvern gets for stomps, and
You won't get the AP2 on its stomp, because I'm also a behemoth, but...
okay. So, I think it's... What? Can you check the Wyvern real quick? He's right there in the back. Oh, I'll just go. 6, I'll take it. For 2, 1, sir.
4 up. Fine.
So we just had a challenge where nothing happened. Yeah, I made 4 6 plus armor saves, which was hilarious. And they were all on box cars. I rolled them 2 for armor bane, 2 for regular. So I did 1 wound to you.
You did 1 wound.
And then
2 banners.
let's add this up. So we have a battle standard bearer, a banner. We have the big red raggedy flag, 2 ranks, and a flank with an additional close order.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Double 1s. Nope.
No, sir.
And I'm double plus outnumbered, which means I flee.
You flee. And I think I'm going to chase you. How far do you flee? You got Swift Stride if you want to employ it.
I do have Swift Stride.
All right. So, yeah, I'm going to chase you with the Wyvern guy because I got to get you out of there.
So...
5. I got 6 on the initial one. The second one gives me 5.
Yeah.
So 8.
I got...
Cut you down.
Yep. So we're like... Well, if it's the Wyvern... This is where the flea is like
So
diagonal.
you're going to go away from the biggest unit strength, so you still go that way.
Okay. So...
But you don't bounce out the terrain. So I go...
So you're going to be like here.
There? Okay. That's where I ended up. I even took a wound through my own fucking vortex for no frickin' reason. It's Ogres 3. You know, I should have gone for the Ogres, but I figured if I tied those guys up, I'd be able to hit them with my infantry squad. And then that is going to move 2d6.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going straight back. But we just have combat there. In your conjuration phase, I can dispel that, right?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, yeah. Boom. So there's that. I'll end that. Yeah, you're first with your one guy.
Yep. So the Mornfang itself, and then your Simo with the Orc, or the Ogre. But...
Okay.
So the Mornfang, 3 hits.
Damn!
These are AP1 Armor Bane.
Are they strength 4?
Strength 6.
Strength 6. More fangs are too strong, so there's...
Let me double check. No, they're strength 5.
Okay, so 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
I'll put one on one of my dice. Hopefully I can make a 5. Nope. Lose an O. Okay, done deal there. Because I did more damage to myself than I did to you with the vortex. And then, it's Simo, so I have 6. And these guys have Armor Bane too, so hold on, come on. God, you guys, are you sure? I'm going to re-roll that one. Okay. Because that was that one. Thanks, guys. You suck. 2, sir.
2. And they're
Minus 2.
2, so 6 ups.
6 up. I didn't get any armor bane.
So
So I did 1 whole wound.
1 whole.
And then I do troll vomit for 2 wounds.
Is there AP on that?
Minus 2 for troll vomit.
Alright, so 6 ups. So he will die.
And can we stomp each other, or weren't we supposed to be doing that?
I don't have any stomps. Do you have stomps?
I'll check. I don't think I have stomp
I
one.
got my 3 great weapons back at you at least.
2 hit.
2 hit. 2s. So 2.
Cup giveth, cup taketh. Give me a 5. No, another 2. So what was that?
That was
2 wounds to 2 wounds, wasn't it? And then flank.
3 to 3. I think it evened out.
Okay. Whatever. Okay, so it was 2 to 2. Flank, close order. Your banner cancels my flank.
Yep.
And now you're looking at my flank. Okay. So there's that. All right. So, yay, trolls. I wish you would just roll average. Then you would wreck face. Still have to decide which way he's going to face, but we got a foot of Mork over there and all that stuff. And then what we got going is Vindictive Glare, and that's all I did for movement and shooting. And I moved back there. So bad news is he gets to charge the trolls for free after that big combat. So it goes into 4 for ogres. Yep. See what he's got.
So just real quick, when you see my giant horde of orcs standing where the Mournfang used to be, I had made a charge into their flank using the Warband special rule. I got like a 6, picked up the 6, and the 10 inches was more than enough with the wheel that I needed to make to get into the side, and we gobbled up all the Mournfang cavalry and everything. So that's what happened. I was running really low on battery, so we're going into Ogres 4.
So we got the, what do you call it here? The end of this. This is what it looks like for movement and everything. You don't have any conveyance or anything like that? Oh, you're fighting.
I'm in combat. So.
Yeah, so there's that.
Strength 4, so 4s, and 6 are armor bane. So 3.
3 from the ogres on the side, nothing from the slaughtermaster. Okay, so it's 3. So I have nothing in that fighting rank with the ogres on my side. Okay.
And then Slaughtermaster will cast Hammer Hand. I'll try to anyway. 7 that go off.
Gotcha. So I stop Hammer Hand. Okay.
Fuck you, Goblin.
So 3 are dead, so I've got 1. Because the Slaughtermaster came and killed 1. Yep, okay. So, alright, so I guess I can just go all the way in here. So that's 2, 3, 4, and then that one's the champion. Okay. Yep, and then there's 2 and 2, and then I've got supporting after this with the character. So here's up front with everything else. Needing 4s. And then, it's not my strategic phase, so I gotta remember Wah. Needing 4s again with Choppas. And that's a good thing there. We get some more wounds out of that. 4, sir, -1. Into the gut star.
So 6s. And 5s. These are regens too. So 1 ogre dies, but 4 wounds.
And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 spears from the back. Here we go. Two, sir, -1.
6s and 5s. So takes wound. That would actually finish off that one.
Okay, and now I've got 4 attacks from the guy character. BSB, who fails and fails. So there's that.
All right.
So
Champions attacks back.
Champions attacks back.
So 4 attacks. 4s. Hit.
2.
2. And 2s. 2.
I save 1, so I lose 5. Okay. So how many did you take from me?
6.
6. Okay, so I got you by 1. You have a flank, and that negates it. I don't have any ranks because I assume you disrupt me.
Yeah.
All right, so now it comes down to you have a standard, so that's gone. I have the red flag and the battle standard, and that battle standard, I forgot on the last turn, is also the war banner. Because I pointed it out to take the war banner because we had that talk about the what do you call it?
The move to
The move through terrain banner.
Yeah.
So I beat you by 2 for close order. You have 1 close order. I beat you by 1.
Yeah, because we have 2 close orders. Your close order as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So leadership 8, 7. They will fall back in good order.
Okay. And them.
Them. They're fine.
They're fine. Okay, so they get to fall back 2 inches towards the dragon, and I have to sit there with them on my flank. All right, and that's how your 4... Was it your 4? We vindictive glared the giant into dust, and we declared WOG over there, so we got a lot of fights. Let's see what the war boss does. Are you declaring a challenge?
Fuck it, let's declare a challenge.
Okay. You want me to fight the Slaughtermaster?
The Slaughtermaster's gonna go after that. We're gonna declare it with the
Champion? Okay, so I need 3s. Okay, hell yeah. And then we need 2s. So all of those are at -2 with the Ogre Blade.
Alright.
Made 3 of them.
Made 3 of them.
And so D3 apiece, 4, 4.
Yep, so. Goodbye.
And then we'll go for the tail attack. Nothing. Oh, natural 1s. 1 hit. Nothing. Now 2 claw attacks. 2 at -2, you get your regen.
Yeah, but they still count as...
So you got
So let's see, that would be 5.
for the overkill.
Yeah.
And then...
And overkill's stacked, or is topped out at 5, right?
Yes, it stopped at 5. And then over there we got the Butcher, I believe, has initiative.
You charged.
We charged? Are you just a 3 or a 4?
I think I was 2 inches away. So,
Okay.
So, yeah.
So that makes us initiative 4 then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm initiative 3 with the Butcher, or the Slaughtermaster. Yeah.
Go with the guy who's got the Sword of Might. Okay. 2s don't help me. I get nothing. Wow, thank you, dude. You suck. God damn. So there's how many are in base then? So this is it, where the world ended. We ate up all the ogres. This could be... there's a little theme behind this. So you say that Black Orc got kicked out of his tribe, found some goblin. That goblin decided to follow him, but he could only get his handlers to show up, and then they beat the crap out of the guy who was leading the savages, and that's how he got them. I don't know. But that's where we're at. Little score 1 for the orcs. I think this is the first time I actually beat you on stream.
That might be, yeah.
Yeah, you always eke one out or get lucky like those guys over there. The goblins by themselves failed pretty hard, but that was a good one. This list did a little better than I thought it would do.
So there you have it, a victory for the Orcs and Goblins, a victory for the Savages. Those ogres that were on my flank didn't get to stay there. They fell back in good order, which means they moved 2 inches away from me, which means I either need to go forward with my savages who have the frenzy special rule, or I get to charge that turn. Of course, the Wyvern and that unit and all that combat res, way too much for the Gut Star. Let's talk about the Gut Star for a minute. I think the Gut Star is a good unit. It can take a lot of punishment. You just have to have the Battle Standard Bearer in there help fight in the front rank with the Butcher. The Butcher, he's not a bad infantry killer. I told my buddy to switch out his weapon with just the Sword of Striking so that he'll always get the 1 to 2 wounds against chump infantry per turn. So it's like, oh, look, my Butcher killed 2 goblins. Oh, this time he killed 3 goblins. So that you're always +1 to hit, so that you're hitting things that like might be weapon skill 2 on 2s instead of 3s. That's actually pretty good there. And if you're hitting on weapon skill 4, you would normally need 3s. You're just going to be upping his hits a little bit. Plus, he's an ogre, so I think they all have armor bane naturally. So there's that kind of synergy. If he has to fight, you might as well give him the weapon that just ups his ability to hit things. And then maybe you could stack the potion of strength on there, so that turn, is like, oh, I'll gobble up my potion of strength. I'll hit a bunch of guys who don't have a lot of armor on them, and then just kill 4 dudes. So I think that the Gut Star, I think it's a good choice to get about 8 ogres together with a character or 2 and throw them at the enemy. The mounted ogre guy is he's a good choice to take on a Chaos Lord. Now, what happened in that challenge between my Wyvern and the Ogre Tyrant was basically it was a giant pillow fight. He rolled to hit me and did 4 wounds. 2 of them had armor bane. I rolled 2 6s for those, and then the other ones I rolled 2 6s for those, and they were all armor saves. It was like, wow, okay, you did nothing, and I did nothing. I did like 1 wound in return, so it was a massive pillow fight, and what killed him was the combat resolution, and I doubled outnumbered him, and he had to flee. The Goblin, he actually did pretty good at shutting down the magic. Once he got within range and everything and just started just doing his thing, he did pretty good at shutting down the magic. I didn't even need the reroll. He just came in clutch the entire game. And then, you could throw out, Itchy Nuisance, which is a capital demand. Hope you get one of the buff spells, the Evil Sun Shining, or there's one more spell. I can't think of what it is right now, but hope you roll well on the spells. But again, I'm not taking him to be an offensive artillery wizard. I'm just bringing him to shut down other people's magic. And then I think that this army would be better served with an orc boss in it and everything, with an orc shaman in the big unit, casting Fists of Gork every single time it gets into combat. That would be something, because then you could cast that at +5, but then you lose your Dispel Wizard. So that's the other tactical thing right there, because you can't make Dispel attempts when your guy's in combat. I wish that would be like the one thing that Savage Orc Shamans could do. Oh, they're in combat, but they still get to make a Dispel roll because that's their fetish or whatever. So the big static brick of orcs, I could replace them with black orcs, maybe do a little bit better, but I kind of like the fact that they're immune to psychology and that the army is kind of hovering around a thing of all savages. I would like to run a pure savage list. I'd have to get some 3D printed models, at least a boss on a boar with an even bigger unit of biggins would come into play there, and maybe he can be followed up by a horde of trolls or something like that. Get an orc war boss on a boar, get that model 3D printed, and then run Ozdrog maybe instead of the orc boss on a Wyvern. That would just free up enough points to bring Ozdrog, and then you bring 2 units of trolls to kind of help out, and he can hold down the trolls and be your other caster. And then you run the same Night Goblin Shaman to kind of just like get that projection out there, that 27 inches that you need. I think this list is a barrel of laughs. I like it. I've since modified the list to have a different lineup. I'm bringing 2 units of Wolf Riders instead of the Squig Herd. I have reservations about the Squig Herd. The Squig Herd, I've never been able to get it to work. It's usually they get charged by Chaos Hounds, and I lose the front rank of Squigs because, for whatever reason, whenever Chaos Hounds charge me, they're always doing damage to my front rank because, they got weapon skill 4 for absolutely nothing. For absolutely nothing. Why don't my biggins have weapon skill 4, you stupid British limeys who wrote this book? Why don't my biggins have weapon skill 4? You passed out weapon skill 4 to every other army. Oh, beastmen have weapon skill 4 for doing absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing, and they get weapon skill 4. That's my gripe portion of this battle report. I've upgraded the war boss in this one. I think I'm on the fence about what kind of war boss I should bring equipment wise. So the list I came up with is its name is Violence and Force. So the war boss himself is packing a great weapon, full plate armor, the shield. He's the general. He's on a Wyvern. He's got the biting blade because the biting blade is -2 to armor. And then he's got the Talisman of Protection and the Troll Hide Trousers. I don't know if I want the 4+ ward save with the Armor of Destiny on him, swinging that great weapon every single time, but I also wouldn't mind having another Wyvern with the Talisman of Protection and the Ogre Blade running around out there. So there's some drawbacks there. I mean, you could run Double Dragon, but again, the problem is you run in with those two being your sword and your shield, and they're not as good as dragons. And you can't double team a lord because, oh, hey, guess what? He can just challenge one of you out and kill you one at a time, which really sucks. So, the list as it stands, that's the general I've got. I've got the same setup on the Night Goblin, and I switched out the, what do you call it? The normal, mundane, savage boss for a Black Orc big boss battle standard bearer at 136 points. He's got the burning blade just in case he runs into some ghosties, and he's got the great weapon. He's also got a shield, so he's fully kitted out, and he's carrying the war banner as well, because that unit has a lot of static combat res. 31 orcs, pretty tough to get rid of over 6 turns. I think even if you're coming at them with the magic missile spell, and I fail it, I'll be able to re-roll it, so, and I'll have the numbers to take it, and I get a 6+ ward save no matter what. I think let me just check one thing on that army. Yeah, I brought the shields, so I'll have 6 on a 6 for Fireball. That's something. And then, let's see here. One of those Wolf Rider mobs will have a musician. They're just 50 points, shields, and cavalry spears in case they have to charge. And the other drawback of Orcs and Goblins, in my opinion, is the fast cavalry. All of your fast cavalry options have the impetuous special rule, which is bullshit, by the way. I need my Goblin Wolf Riders to be able to do great things, and if there's a 50% chance, which there is, of them just charging and dying, that sucks. The Boar Boys mobs, I think they're going to stand. One Biggins mob with full command, 10 strong, and then the other Orc Boar Boys mob with the Butchery banner, so that they're strength 5 when they charge too. So they got the extra punch. And then you got the common troll mob of 5, and then the last thing is I think I'm going to fire the squig herd in lieu for a mangler squig instead, because that's just another cannon target, and you don't want a mangler squig. Mangler squigs they're random, and this is the problem with Orc Monster Mash. We got dealt a bad hand when it comes to Orc Monster Mash. The giant has a random table. I give the giant a 3 out of 5 when he's fighting blocks of static infantry, or should he wander into the front of a 5-man strong Chaos Knight unit. I'll give the giant the benefit of the doubt. But if he has to fight another giant, if he has to fight another behemoth, if he has to go up against any kind of lord on a dragon, he's just completely useless. He'll just get punked every single time. Plus, he's got all those random attacks. The other drawback to Orcs and Goblins Monster Mash is the Arachnarok. The Arachnarok needs to have 8 Strength 6 attacks, AP -2. Go yourself. That's how you justify the 310 point cost on the Arachnarok. Or you keep the Arachnarok the fucking same and you lower its points cost down to 250. because I think the best monster in the game that you can just buy stock is, I'm going to say the Necrosphinx. The Necrosphinx comes in pretty clutch. He's got the toughness, he's got the weapon skill, and he's got 4 attacks at a high strength with AP -2, which is really what you want in a monster. You don't want a bunch of random BS. Another problem I got is why is he a mercenary? The Bone Grinder Giant. The Bone Grinder Giant, I think they missed the opportunity. They should have given the Orcs and Goblins the one monster in the game that's immune to Monster Slaying Killing Blow. Oh, Monster Slayer Killing Blow. Guess what? I take D3 wounds instead of dying outright. And even he's got a random table that he generates, but a lot of that is template stuff, which is actually pretty good. And then the kind of the winner in that is the Troll Hag. They want you to buy the Troll Hag. I know that. The Troll Hag chart isn't terrible compared to like the giant thing, where it's like I had in the first game from last year when we were practicing for tournaments and just doing different list builds, all he was doing was belly flopping onto the spawn, and that wasn't going to kill the spawn. So I think orcs kind of don't have the best monster mash, and trolls are only good if they roll average. If I charge into an enemy and I have 9 attacks and 5 of those attacks hit, and all 5 of those attacks out of 9 attacks wound, and then they save one, that's fine. As long as I killed something, that's fine. And then I throw up and do an extra wound and get another wound. That's the one drawback to the trolls is their weapon skill. It's crappy. I wish they had an extra. I mean, they do have armor bane, but like when you charge with trolls, you need them to actually hit. My trolls were not hitting, and so that's like, so it's like I'm on the fence about the trolls. But they also project that threat range. You saw how the trolls snuck around and got in there. So I got a lot of mobility with the trolls. It's just that they're not as... I'd say that the trolls were way... A 6-man brick of trolls was way better in 6th edition than in 8th edition than it is in Old World. I think being able to attack from the rear with monstrous infantry was really useful. So that's the list. I don't know what else I'm going to throw into it. I'm going to have it finalized by Thursday. I might just take my Black Orc army, or... I played around with putting spiders in the list and everything, so it would be more feral. So you got the forest goblins joining the savages. It just doesn't fit. If you're, I think once I get some 3D printed models for my savages and everything, I think this list can really take shape. I can take more boar boys once they become available to buy, or I could find another box on eBay. What I don't get is why they haven't come out with the boar boys and the savages for the Old World range. I mean, they just sort of went away. It's like we haven't It's like, why do you have to repackage them? Just throw them out there in a white box, you fucking jackasses. Swear, British people are some of the laziest people on the face of the planet. And this isn't my words. This is the words of Jim Jeffries. I wouldn't want anything made in the UK because the only thing the average UK worker is good for is eating 10 pieces of toast and swilling down 5 cups of tea before 10, and then he's going to go to lunch in 2 hours, and then you're never going to see him again for the rest of the goddamn day. And that's why I wouldn't buy a car that was made in the UK. Blame the Australians for that one. So, I don't know. I think this list is good for a chuckle. I don't know how good it will do at the actual tournament. Let me know in the comments below, and we can have a nice little discussion. Until then, if you want to talk to me about list building or tactics, you can put your comments in the comments section below. You can also talk to me on Instagram. Instagram DMs are the best way to talk to me at any given time. I'm usually pretty punctual at getting back to those, so follow me on Instagram. Don't forget to follow me on Rumble, where this battle report will actually be available ahead of time. Usually now I'm just going to release battle reports, and you can always check on Rumble to see if anything new has been updated. You're going to get more battle reports on Rumble. I'm doing this because I have a tournament, and then I can do a cap on it. So this is the lead in to the tournament cap. And then once once a week on Rumble, I do the Angry Tabletop Nerd Hangout. It's a lot. We have a lot of fun over there on Rumble, and I'm trying to grow on that platform because I think it's way better algorithmically. I'm picking up at least 1 to 2 subs a week, and I will take that, which is more than I can say for YouTube. I am not algorithmically throttled into oblivion on Rumble. The system actually works as long as I get likes on the videos, so there's that. I do the once weekly hangout, and that's usually around 8:15 has been my target time. Standard Mountain Time, 8:15 a.m. You can check me out on Rumble, Angry Tabletop Nerd Hangout, and that's where I sit down, I paint. You can see what I'm painting, and this is for my Iron Warriors. This is the Tormentor that Perturabo drives around in. He drives around in a Shadow Sword called the Tormentor. So I'm just about to put the finishing touches on this. I don't know if I'm going to paint the fuel canisters red. But in case I don't see you, keep playing, keep painting, and stay metal, my friends, and we will see you in the next one. Just keep playing. There you go. That's all you need to do. And we'll see you soon.
On. I friggin' sold out. It's better to burn out than to fade away.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.